And the question is not about whether it's Christian to celebrate Valentine's. First of all, we need to first look at the origin of it.
Right.
Of course, this is told about a priest, who used to be there in the Roman Catholic Church, and then the emperor said, you know what, you should not get married. It's beginning with the soldiers, no one should get married, and everybody, it was a law. But this priest went ahead and under circumstances, he was able to begin marrying couples. He believed in love and would encourage couples to be married, and he married couples, or he wedded them, if somebody would use that. And when he was found out, he was arrested and actually killed or martyred on the 14th day of February.
Right.
When he was martyred, the next thing is, of course, time passed on and people grabbed it and they started doing it in honor of him. They said this is about couples, it's about love. So because of the love he displayed, they started embracing it in that way, that it's about love. And as they moved on, when you bring it so fast to Uganda, I would like to say, to the best of my memory, Valentine has been celebrated all over the world. But I think credit should be given to the person who really initiated it in Uganda. To the best of my memory was Honorable Peter Sematimba.
Right, right.
That gentleman was doing so good with his radio shows and everything, and he came out and said, there's something called Valentine. Ugandans didn't know what Valentine was. There's something called Valentine. You're gonna come in, it's about love. You reach out to your lover, it's this, it's Valentine. And Peter Sematimba brought it into Uganda. I mean, some people may have known about it, but having been a guy on radio and popular and famous, he really initiated the culture in Uganda because it wasn't there. He initiated it and people started celebrating Valentine like a way of expressing love towards one another. And people say it's a day for lovers, it's a month for lovers, and that's how Valentine came into Uganda.
Interesting.
Is it Christian? I think it's not about the question of is it Christian, or should Christians celebrate it? Is it Christian? Now, Valentine doesn't follow Jesus or anything, doesn't follow Christ. Should Christians celebrate it? Now, the reality is this: love is of God.
True.
Okay? So if you're coming out to say, I just want to celebrate love, I want to talk about love, I would like the world to always have a day where they can remember what love is all about, genuine, true love, what true love is all about and what it means to truly be in love. So Valentine is actually not something that I would say we should try to put it in some kind of a debate and say, look, this is not for Christians. This is for Christians. It's not about that. It's about love. Can we understand the meaning of love? What is true love? How do I know I'm in love? This is genuine. This wasn't about what we see today, every Tom, Dick, and Harry throwing around flowers, and in every way, it's about genuine love. Genuine love, and that's something every 14th of February. It's about genuine love. So when you look at genuine love, it's all of God. It's not that genuine love belongs to somebody else. So if there's anybody with authority to talk about love, it must be somebody who follows Christ.
Right.
That's the only person who should talk about love. Right. So when you ask, is it Christian? No, it's really not about whether it's Christian. It's just simply knowing it's about love. And like Valentine did it, Saint Valentine, and he laid down his life to just encourage people to walk in committed relationships, in covenants, not in what people are doing today. Everybody thinks, oh, you're my Valentine, or whatever. They're not even married. They don't have any hopes. They're just sleeping around. That is abuse of Valentine and what he had.
Very profound at that. And from what you've said, I think it also shouts a lot that Valentine's, or the conversation of love, should not be only encouraged on Valentine's like it is
No, no.
It's a 365 days a year in, year out.
You know, it's just like when you celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
Okay? And you honor it simply because the day you were launched into this earth. Thank God, God gave you an opportunity, because to be honest, there were many sperms were running, but somehow only one made it, you know, and survived. And this one brought you forth. So there's really celebration that God allowed you to be here, okay? And the one who allowed you to be here, you don't celebrate him once, but now for the rest of your life. This is like a launch. Valentine's Day, or the 14th of February, is actually my anniversary. I chose to marry my wife on 14th of February.
Interesting.
Yes,
Happy
and tomorrow,
anniversary.
Thank you. And tomorrow it's going to be 22 years of bliss.
Glory to God.
Yes, so I did it in a way so I could always believe and encourage people that if there's anything you could ever make in life, it's about love. Yes, it all comes down to love.
That's profound. So in that regard, what exactly is love? How are we supposed to express it? Because on this day, earlier on the show, we've been having a conversation on condoms, because today is World Condoms Day, and World Health Organization placed it today because
because of the other day.
Yes, because of the other day. It's a day where everyone does crazy things. It's where hearts are broken. It's where a lot of stories are gathered: the good, the bad, the ugly. And what exactly are we supposed to express as love?
Now, first of all, I would like to make a correction to our viewers. Like many understand, or based on the culture and our society, love has got nothing to do with sex.
Right.
Because if we have World Condoms Day on the 13th of February, and then the Love Day on the 14th of February, people believe, okay, if I'm going to love, then I'm going to have sex. Now, that's one of the other dangers. And most of the people that talk about love, it's actually not love. When you ask, what do we do? What is love? What is it about this? Everybody, how are we going to celebrate this? I want you to understand that Saint Valentine was talking about love, and it was commitment. It wasn't violation. It wasn't adultery. It wasn't abusing each other. It was genuine love. That is Saint Valentine. That's why he was talking about wedding people, you know, commitment, talking about commitment. Now, when you talk about love, many people, what we're going to see on Valentine's today, it's going to be about, oh, excitement. Oh, I'm going to have sex, the passions and everything. What we don't understand is that there's a difference between love and attraction.
Oh, and lust.
And lust.
Yeah.
You get it? When you walk in love, this is what happens when you walk in love. You are literally saying, for example, if somebody comes and says, I love you. Okay, a man comes to you and says, I love you. This is what it literally means according to the word of God, according to God himself, who is love. When one says, I love you, it means I have made a conscious decision. Notice, I'm not talking about a feeling. Love is not a feeling. Love is not a feeling.
All right.
I know 90% of our viewers believe, I got feelings for you. I feel love. I got feelings. Love is not a feeling. That's one thing we need to correct. And people don't fall in love. When you see love as a feeling, then you fall in love. That is so ridiculous. That is why many people have lost it. We don't fall in love. I'll show you something. This is what happens. We're human beings. We're mammals, okay?
Right.
Oh, you places, like biology says, in the class of mammals or animals, whatever. And this is what happens. As our bodies develop, because God designed that we can be able to reproduce or procreate, you get it? So our bodies develop, then the hormones are released in us. They come forth. When it's animals, that animal, when it's time to mate, it releases a scent. It's natural. The female releases a scent that is able to attract the male. You get me? So that they can procreate or reproduce. That is it. Animals don't have love for one another. What animals have are those hormones that God put in them, whatever he designed in them to pull together. Love is not in animals. Animals don't say, oh, we love. No, it's just whatever is happening in them is just for the body. For the body. That's where the limit is. Now, when you move to human beings, we have the same thing. As our bodies develop what we call puberty, we begin releasing, hormones are released in us, and then we begin feeling an attraction towards the opposite sex. That's the proper way. An attraction towards the opposite what? Sex. So you look at somebody, and then you find a girl, she's beautiful, and you're like, wow, that girl is hot. That girl is beautiful. And the girl is like, wow, I like the guy. Well, just simple attraction, okay? When you look at beauty, you appreciate the beauty. You look at a girl, she's well built, you appreciate that. And when you appreciate that, or you look at that, you sense an attraction because something is good. You sense an attraction. Now, when the attraction is released, remember, this is still all about your body. When the attraction is released, you're feeling good. If I can only have her, if I can have her, oh my goodness. So you get excited. Now, when you're getting excited, actually what people don't understand, you're excited. So hormones are released in you. And one of them released at that time is adrenaline. Adrenaline is released in you. When the attraction is in, your heartbeat goes, it goes so fast. You speed up in your heartbeat, and all this is happening in your body. She shows up and you go, oh my goodness, feels like you're, oh, whoa. Now, with that happening, it was just an attraction. Then your body is actually undergoing a form of stress, and you don't even understand it. That's why adrenaline is released, but it started with an attraction. Then your body goes through a form of stress. You get me? You feel like, my goodness, I want to check. Oh, has she passed it? Not yet. Did she do that? Oh, you know that kind of thing. You want to check everything about her. You haven't said anything. She passes by and your heart begins pumping. You feel the butterflies, all that. Now, when all that is going on, we're dealing with feelings, okay? Now, we are just being the animals that God created. We're just focusing on the procreation. That's what your body's doing. You sense an attraction, and guess what? You're under stress. Adrenaline is released. That's why your heart is pumping so fast.
So at that point, we have no right to talk about love.
There's no love. That ain't love.
Yeah, we're just being animals.
You're just being animals. There's no love at all. You're just being animals. You're under stress. And then the more the stress, your body releases the hormones to manage the stress. You get me? So you're all excited. You call them butterflies, but it's stress. Okay? At that point, you even feel like, my goodness, if I can get her, I'll be okay, I'll be okay. And then you call that passion. No, it's not passion yet. But you're calling it passion. It's not passion yet. When she smiles, you're like, oh, Jesus. This is where people come in with things like hysteria. You get me? And they say, but it was love. No, it wasn't love at all. It was not love. You're under stress. You're just being an animal. There is no love, okay? Yeah. Your body's releasing the hormones. Dopamine is in. When she simply walks by and says, hi, you're like, oh, Jesus. Hi. Oh. You don't know what, and you say, I can't help myself. You can't help yourself, dude, you're finished. The moment you start, I can't help myself. I love her. No. Love hasn't yet come in.
You just have feelings.
Those are feelings because of something good, and you were attracted, and with the attraction, then your body started releasing all this stuff in you, and then with adrenaline, you thought it's passion. I said, my goodness. mean, you're doing things just as if something in you is controlling you, and then you say, I am falling in love.
Is that why they say that it's that point where men do the most outrageous, the things they'll ordinarily not to do for anyone else, they'll do for that person, and in that state.
In that state, and they're not doing it because of love. They're doing it because of the animalistic nature. You get me? Love hasn't yet started. Just like the animal is able to release a scent, and the male is able to do whatever it can.
It around.
To move around. How can I get? Oh, Lord. That is exactly what is happening to human beings.
Just to interject there. Many a times you hear men say that when I first saw my wife, I knew she was the one I wanted to marry. Marry, compared to all the other women I'd seen along the way. I'd never been pushed to say that I'm going to marry you. I knew she was the one. So in that moment when a man approaches you and uses this statement that I'm going to marry you, is it the animalistic, them speaking? Is it intuition? Is it some godly realm speaking through them?
There are two things. Because what I first described is what most people go for, and it's not love.
Yes.
Just only a moment of excitement. It's not love. People say love at first sight. They're talking about how they felt at first sight and all that, but love still hasn't yet come in. So when somebody is going through something, this experience, and their hormones are up, the adrenaline, and they call it love, they can even say, I will marry you. Julie, I'm marrying you. Tell me anything, I'm going to marry you. No. Love is calm. Love yields peace. There is nothing in your life, oh, I'm going to lose her. I'm going to lose her. No. There is no panic. There is no fear. You get it? These hormones and the body systems do not control love. Love controls them. So at that point, there's got to be a calmness. For example, when I met my wife, I told her, I'm going to marry you from day one. I said, I'm going to marry you. She was like, oh my goodness, no, you ain't marrying me. I'm not even ready for marriage. I said, you just don't know it now, but I know I'm going to marry you. I wasn't forcing her. I was so calm. I had the peace of God in my heart. I was rested. You get what I'm saying? I was calm. Love doesn't panic. So when somebody comes in, it's like, oh no, we got to do it now. No, that ain't love. That's still the animal in the person.
Right.
That ain't love, that's lust. Okay? You're trying to get all these hormones. Your body is driving you, you're not leading your body.
So by the look of things from what you've elaborated, it looks like many Ugandans are throwing animalistic natures around during Valentine's.
1,000,000,000%. It's animalistic, and the danger is that many people, the girl may feel the same and they call it love. But those are feelings activated. Your heart is pumping so fast. Why should your heart pump so fast? Why should it be? I mean, I'm married to the most beautiful girl in the world, and when I look at her, my heart is not pumping. I'm just settled. I'm just marveling at God's creation. I'm just thinking, what in the world is this? You know, I'm marveled. I'm humbled by looking at her. My heart is not going, ooh, I don't have butterflies in me. I mean, because that whole thing, scientists have discovered that whole thing, the excitement and whatever, may last between 6 to 18 months.
That's more than a year.
6 months to 18. You get me? That's why most times people they just don't understand what's going on. How did I get here? Oh, that's when they say, love is blind. No, it wasn't love in the first place. It wasn't there. It was the excitement. Love is blind. Love is never blind, because with love, you're talking about truth. With love, you're talking about God. Is God blind?
No.
Thank you. You were just so excited, and the animal in you, the fallen nature, took over everything. Then when you get there, you realize that when you take somebody's daughter, it's commitment.
From that point there, now let's look at, if love is not a feeling, how are we supposed to celebrate Valentine's? How are we supposed to express love? How are we supposed to exhibit and show what true love really should be?
I would say that the best way to do it is to first of all see Valentine as a reminder, a moment to take and really evaluate. Am I walking in love? The unconditional love. When I said I love you. Because today most people are buying condoms.
Right.
Animals. Buying condoms. You get it? Because an animal cannot help itself. Animals don't have self-control.
Yeah.
It's only humans that have self-control. I've had people say, if you can't help yourself, buy a condom or use a condom. No. You're not an animal. You're a human. You got the God in you. So this is what happens. I must get to a point of realizing, okay, let me evaluate. Am I really walking in love? How am I treating the person that I claim to love? Am I using her? Am I just having sex and walking away? That ain't love. That's abuse. Let's evaluate, because the person who died on this day was about commitment to God.
Right.
Commitment to love. Love is not about the intensity. It's about the constancy, if I would use that. Love is not about how intense you were, it's about how constant you are. Feelings can be intense, but love remains. You go through the fire, it's there. You go through the water, it's there. Everything falls apart, it's there. Love remains. It's constant. You get the picture. So Valentine's should be a moment of evaluating, am I in love or I'm using somebody? And the more I use somebody, I will never be fulfilled. I will never be fulfilled. Right. Because the feelings are about what I can get from you, what's in it for me. But love is about what I can give to you. I express it, I literally express it by doing good. You get me? I express it by doing good to you. That's how I express love. So if I am kind to you, it's not a feeling. If I am patient with you, it's not a feeling. If I can humble myself when I'm wrong and I say I'm sorry, it's not a feeling. It's because I'm spending myself to show you love. Love costs me. It's going to cost my time. It's going to cost my convenience. It's going to cost my ego. It's going to cost my pride. I'm going to put all these things away. No pride, no ego, because pride, it's all about me. Love says, well, it's not about you. It's about how you can treat the other so good in their lives and raise them up, make them feel better without you expecting anything in return. Without you expecting anything in return. If you're out to meet somebody and you say, oh, I love you, I need this, and then you're like, okay, I've heard men who go around and they say, well, I bought you this, I bought you this, I bought you this, I bought you this, now give me some. Now, and y'all women look at these boys and you think, oh, he loves me. No, he don't love you, and you don't love you either. You're just abusing each other. You're parasites feeding on each other.
You make a profound statement there when you say you don't love you either.
You don't love you either. So I'm just trying to use you to try to feel whole.
What does self-love look like then?
The best way self-love is, this is when you love.
When you love another.
When you love another. Because I'm simply giving you what I already have. Self-love doesn't mean I go to Hawaii all alone, and I'm there at the beach and saying, yeah, I'm loving me. I'm sipping on a beer. I'm loving me. No, that is actually destroying you.
Oh, wow.
That is destroying you, not loving you. And anybody comes in and says, hey, can you please help me? Oh, no, it's time for self-love. It's time. No, that's not self-love. That's selfishness. That's being totally an animal, self-centered. When I love me, it is proved by how I treat you. When I don't know how to love me, it's also seen in how I treat you. So loving me is not much as seen in how I treat me, but how I treat you.
Wow, 0709602592, also displayed on your screen. Be able to engage as we understand what Valentine's means. It's a time when love is celebrated, but have we been celebrating wrong? Have you been celebrating wrong? Have I been celebrating wrong? We are learning and relearning. In studio with us is Pastor Cyrus Broad. You usually watch him on the Marital Blessed, but he blesses us this morning with his wisdom. Good morning, UBC. This is son of Akiki from Hoima. Pastor Cyrus has really taught me about what love is and what a feeling is. Thank you so much. You send a voice note. Unfortunately, I'm unable to play it, but please text so that we are able to respond effectively. And somebody just comes through and says, hi. Hi to you too. Hopefully you are able to share your question, your opinion, so that we are able to chew on it this morning. Earlier on the show, we were talking about condom use and of course how they're distributed by the government and generally how they're used in Uganda. Are Ugandans using them? Recently, the Ministry of Health cited the fact that condom use had dropped, and it's definitely disturbing the fight against HIV by 2030. It's a conversation we had, and somebody came through and asked, it was Chigwe Livingstone from Lueza, who said, I don't think we have to celebrate such days like World Condom Day, because these condoms are against God's plan and they make human beings demoralized. What do you have to say about this?
You see, coming up with a condom is just a painkiller. It doesn't treat the root of the problem.
Right.
The root of the problem is just like when you say, oh, he can't control himself. You're not saving him by giving him a condom. No. Because at the end of the day, you're only building an addict. A man that is never going to function as a man. He's becoming dysfunctional because you're letting his urges rule him. A man who can't control himself is a nuisance. The Bible declares, better a man that controls his spirit than one that takes over a city. What does that mean? That you can be a great warrior. In those days when you talk of a city, you are like a commander that fought and you take over. You win great battles. And God is saying you can win great battles, but the greatest battle you could ever win is the battle over your body, that you can control your spirit and you don't let your body control you. You control your body, you put it in church, even you control your anger, you control your lusts, you put them down. But because the government and nations don't know this truth, what do? They think, oh, he's being a man. No, he's being an animal. He's destroying himself. A man who can control his spirit or control himself is like a city without walls. That's what the Bible says. If you can control yourself, it doesn't matter whether you're a great warrior. You're like a city without walls. You might be the richest man in the world, but you're like a city without walls. For example, you find a richest man and he's having about 11 babies from 11 women, and that's not strength of a man. That is the manifestation of the animal, the fall. A man who can control himself. He can make a lot of money, but can control himself. He's so vulnerable. Anything can attack him. Anything can destroy him. So he's having fun, but he's dying. He thinks the more I sleep with women, the more I use condoms, the better I'm going to be off. No, you are bound. You are suffering. You're controlled by lust. Lust is controlling you. You don't know what love is.
And we've seen many great leaders being brought down by things as simple as sexual misconduct.
You see, when you look at sex, a lot of people think, oh, I can have it because I feel it, then I can have it. I feel it, then I can have it. No, sex belongs to God. And until you bring yourself under the authority of God, I mean, it's going to be driving you. A lot of people feel like, yeah, I need it, I need it, I need it. The reality is this: you got to come to a point where you say, by God's grace, I am under God, and my body's never going to tell me what to do. I will tell the body what to do. Now you're controlling. Okay? You're in charge of your body. You don't let your body be in charge of you. Because many times when feelings are released, you tend to believe, well, this is me. No, those are just the feelings going on, hormones going on in your body.
The animal.
Yes, going on. You still have enough sense to say no. To say no. You get it? You make a choice. God spoke to Cain and said, hey, I see sin is crouching at your door and wants to control you. It desires you. But you have to master it. You see the authority God gives even to a fallen man. And he says, whatever you do, you're doing it because this is how it is. You're yielding to your body.
Right.
You're yielding to the lust. Lust means, how can I use you to get what I own? Or how can I get from you by using you? With lust, it's a conscious decision to use you to get from you at your expense. I don't love you, I lust after you.
Wow, I don't know about you, but I hope you are picking this. As 14th February comes, are you looking forward to engaging in lusts or love? For a young lady, for a beautiful woman who has been promised heaven and earth tomorrow, and you are expectant of many things that will happen tomorrow, think twice right now. Think twice. Is it actually love, or are you going to be used? Selah for you. Good morning, Uganda. For me, I have a question. Does true love still exist? This is Edson in Entebbe.
Edson in Entebbe, true love still exists. For example, I am an example of true love. If true love doesn't exist, then God doesn't exist. But as long as God is still on the throne, then true love still exists. The only problem is the misunderstanding of the animal, and we call it love, of the feelings, and we call it love, and genuine love. Because true love, for example, tomorrow is Valentine's, and some people think, oh, he's going to take me out. As long as you're in panic, as long as you're not settled, you got the adrenaline in you, and you feel like, oh, the butterflies, everything, hey, don't say yes. Because there's nothing called love in that move. There's nothing called love in that move. That is not true love. So when somebody asks, does true love truly exist? The reality is they keep seeing all these things and they say, oh, they were so much in love and then everything collapsed. No, it was the bodily stuff, the emotions, the hormones. And they said, I fall in love. I tell people, we don't fall in love. And if you're watching us and all you did is, I fell in love, well, babe, get up. Stop falling in love. Get up. Because you don't fall in love. You make a conscious decision to love. We don't fall in love. Okay? If you fail, you're just being ruled by your emotions. There's nothing called love. And within a short period, when those feelings come to an end, you're going to feel like, what's going on? I think I've fallen out of love. I don't have any feelings for you. No. You see, love must be constant. I will love you even when I'm getting nothing from you. I just want to see you be the best. When I met my wife, I was like, girl, I waited. I started teaching. I started treating her good. I said, this is how it's going to be. I got to a point after about 2 years, and I said, you know what? If you have a second thought, about marrying me, I give you the liberty. If you have a second thought about marrying me, I've done everything, I've loved you, but you think I'm still not the man good for you, I give you an opportunity to walk on. But I'll always love you. When you're in love, there must be the freedom. Not the bondage, not the control. Where somebody's like, who are you talking to? That ain't love. That ain't love. I'm a shepherd. I talk to women. My wife has never asked me, who you talking to? Never. Because genuine love releases freedom for the person to be who God created them to be. Not jealousy, not envy, not control. There are many people watching us and the man is just like, hey, I gotta know, where were you? Who are you talking to? Hey. And the woman is like, who's she? Hey. All that is because the two of you are not walking in love, but you're walking in these emotions and you're calling it love, and now you're living in fear. Where genuine love is, there is no fear at all, no panic, no anxiety where genuine love is. So when somebody's asking, is there true love? We're walking in true love. It does exist. The only problem, y'all people are walking with your emotions and you're calling it love. And when they fall apart, you say they loved each other. It never worked. Love works. Love never fails.
True.
Love never fails. So when it's failing, it's because it's about selfishness. Selfishness will fail. Lust will fail. Love will not fail.
Hi, this is Ahebwa Andrew Katuta from Kasese Bwera. I am following that big man. Thank you for the show. I'm really picking a lot. Thanks for making us understand what Valentine is. Good morning, UBC. This is Regan from Kiriandongo. It's today that I've understood the meaning of love. I usually knew that love is blind.
And by the way, with Regan, I love what he says. Today you understand the meaning of love. Now you see, he understands the meaning of love. In the same way, many people, because of the lack of understanding, they think genuine love doesn't exist because they've known the wrong thing. When you've walked in the wrong thing for so long, you think there's nothing real. Because you've walked in what is not real for so long. You're bound in there. Now, you see, allow me to say this. When people come together and they claim it is love, they get to a point whereby if it's love, these are some of the tests. If it's genuine, okay? Let's see how she handles disappointment. For example, you plan to meet at 2 p.m. You get it? And she shows up at 2. You just hold it somewhere.
Oh wait, you plan to meet at 2 p.m.?
She shows up at 2 and you're not yet there.
Yep.
Deliberately doing it. You're not yet there. And she calls, hey, you say, I'm coming. Hey, I'm coming. You're even close. I'm coming. You know what you're doing? Now you're letting the real person come out. I want to see how you handle conflict. I want to see how you handle disagreement. I want to see how this is. So you come out and you bring all this. You show up at 3. And you say, hi, babe. I just showed up. You know I love you. Oh, that now you begin, now you say, now, you know what? I did this deliberately because I wanted to know exactly who you are. And how you can handle disagreement, how you can handle disappointment. I want to teach you what love is. Can you be patient with me? Can you still believe in me? This is how you should always build or behave. This is how love operates. These are the moments. Show her, see something wrong and say, that is wrong. And see how she responds. When I met my wife, I told her, we had just met probably about 2 months. She came in and did something. We're sitting in a restaurant, and I said, honey, that is wrong. A woman that fears God, a woman that knows love does not do that. She looked at me and was like, oh, wow. So you're starting to correct me, huh? You've not even married me yet, but you're correcting me. You're not my father. You know those things, yeah? I don't know whatever that sign means, but what I understand is that I've had it.
Yeah.
And she said, by the way, I've had it. I'm walking out. And I say, I dare you. We had just met. I dare you. Why was I doing that? I knew what love was. I wasn't in feelings. I wasn't about the animals, the emotions. I knew what love was. I loved this girl. And she said, I'm going. I said, I dare you. She held her purse, stood up, and walked out on me. People started giggling and, had those smirks on their faces and whatever. And the next thing I just said, I controlled myself, paid the bill, got up, and walked. When I walked, I was like, God, I love this girl, but you see the way she treated me? She's too proud. She thinks the whole world revolves around her. Yeah. And God said, love her. That's when I understood the depth of what I had been talking about. I said, I got to accept her. I got to clean her. I got to wash her. I got to make her clean. Jesus loved the church, not when they were all clean, when they were still dirty. So if she's dirty, that's my responsibility. I don't send her to her senga, to her aunt. I don't send her to her father. I don't send her back home. It's my responsibility as a man to clean her because I love her. I got to save her. I'm her knight in shining armor.
That's what being a leader is.
That's what being a leader is. That's what being a husband is. You're not a husband if you can't save your wife. You're not a husband if you cannot save your wife. If you abandon her, you walk away, you don't run after her, you are not a husband. You're abusing that title. A real husband, you don't throw tantrums. You come and save. When we walked away from God, He came and saved us. That's what a real husband does. So the next morning, I called her, and she responded like nothing ever happened. And this is how many people leave. Oh yeah, pretend, for the convenience of the relationship. Don't bring in something that will destabilize.
Don't talk about the hard stuff.
Don't talk about the hard stuff. And then you think you're keeping peace. You're not keeping peace. You're walking in a lie, deception. And that's why at the end of the day, deception is a ticking bomb. It will explode. It explodes and you say, I wish I knew. Well, you knew, but you wanted the convenience of the relationship more than commitment to the person. I was committed to this girl and I called her. She came in. When she sat down, we went to a different restaurant this time. We had enough experience in the other.
Yeah.
So when she sat down, I looked at her and I said, hey, you had a great day, a great night? Yeah, it was so good. And I said, okay. Yesterday when you walked out on me, I was correcting you. Oh, she said, I'm gonna walk out again. I said, you walk out again, we meet again, I'll talk to you. I'll show you where you are wrong. Why? My responsibility is to clean you, to wash you before I take you. That's unconditional love. And she said, you're not my father. I said, but I'm your husband. You've not put a ring on me. I said, no, it's not about the ring yet. I'm already doing the role of a husband. I'm loving you. And that's what I did. She put her purse down, sat, and we started talking the hard stuff.
You say that when she asks that I'm not your father, and I'm reminded of a statement that somebody profound one time said that when men pick the girls from their fathers' homes, or their fathers hand this girl to you in church, it's that father telling you that what I've been doing, it's now you're doing.
100%.
You become a father in essence.
I only started. You're supposed to do the rest of the work. She belongs to you because she's your rib. She belongs to you. So you're supposed to clean her. You don't just, most men believe the more I blame, the better I become and the better she will become. No, you take the responsibility. Even when she's wrong, you take the responsibility of not having told her what is proper. The first time when we had just gotten married, my wife didn't know how to do maize flour, mingle it and all that. She said, we didn't eat that stuff. We used to eat matoke, bananas. We didn't eat that stuff. So I don't have a clue. But because she loved me, she prepared and brought it on the plate, and it was like porridge. You get it? And I said, baby, that's not how they do it. I took the responsibility. I got hold of the saucepan. I called her. I said, I'll show you. I started mingling because I knew how it's done. And I started doing it, and she learned once. From that day, she's the best in it. She learned once. So I never said, go back to your mama, go back. Those are boys. That's not love. That's abusing a woman. That's abusing a woman. Right. So I need to understand that when I reach out to a woman and my wife, she's my responsibility to love. So Valentine, I need to evaluate. Am I really loving this girl, or am I abusing her?
Wow. Wow, yes, indeed. I'm at a loss of words, because to what can you add to all this plethora of wisdom? We're trying to understand the meaning of Valentine's. 0709602592 by WhatsApp. Share your opinion, ask your question, and as we are having this conversation. This is Komakech David from Mokono. It's good to have a man of God who knows science and the Bible at the same time. Big up, Pastor. Makes a lot of sense. I do agree with you. Wow, the comments are many, and time is such an enemy, but let's try to sift through them. Hi, UBC, it's Fred in Bali. Thank you to Pastor Cyrus for the presentation. Question, do you believe love can depreciate? I think he has already answered that, but he can in just a minute, you can.
No, love does not depreciate. It's the emotions, it's the feelings that go down. But love doesn't. Love is constant, and it should be constant. And we should understand that genuine love is unconditional. Most people don't know that. So they say, if I'm going to love you, what are you bringing to the table? No, men don't ask women, what are you bringing to the table? No, the moment I come to love a woman, I'm coming to take care of her. I'm bringing the table, I'm laying the table, and I'm letting her sit, and I serve her. She brings us, I bring her to the table. I prepare the table, lay the table, bring her to the table, serve her at the table. That is what love is. Where lust is, what are you bringing to the table? So lust, feelings, they depreciate. Love does not, because it's about what I do to you. Okay?
Right.
In goodness.
This is Jackie. Is Valentine God designed? Wow. I think he answered this. Valentine is not about God or Christian, but it's about us evaluating ourselves in retrospect of have we loved as God expects us to love.
Exactly.
Wow, Pastor Cyrus, this is so good. That's still from Jackie. To me, Valentine's Day is the day I reflect on qualities of how love should be. One should be patient in love. Involves understanding one another and growing together. Honest, faithful, focused, caring, sharing ideas together. The moment all this falls apart, the moment this falls apart, then love vanishes. Then we'll live for sex, no longer love. But again, these days lust and money have taken control. Human beings are becoming worse than animals. I think animals are even smarter because they have seasons, unlike humans who are sleeping around most for the money. This is Alex from Arua. Wow, today my eyes have been opened. I was blind, but now I see.
Wow.
What a great revelation. Thank you so much. Good morning. Regards. This is James KM. Good morning. I'm Kevin from Bale. There's this saying that love is more dangerous than its reputation. Kindly, Pastor Cyrus, can I understand it better?
It doesn't matter. I've never heard of it. More dangerous than its reputation. All I can tell you, love is not dangerous at all. Not dangerous at all. Lust is dangerous. When I say lust, I mean, love is, I have made a conscious decision to seek what is best for you at my expense. Lust says, I just want to use you to get what I want. That's lust. So lust is dangerous.
Not
love is not dangerous.
Good morning, Julie. What are real colors which demonstrates? Okay, I hope I'm trying to comprehend, but I can't really make it out. But thank you so much, Izito, for being on the show. Good morning. Hello. Love has been materialized, and in due course, it's being lost. This is Edson in Entebbe. Good morning. Thank you for the communication that we understand what difference is between love and feelings. What things are really to be done on Val's Day. Good morning. This is Miracle from Rukunjiri. Thank you for the program. We appreciate, and we have come to understand what Valentine's Day means. Thank you, Miracle, for being on the show. Good morning, guys. I'm Afande Jimmy. Actually, true love still exists. By why it seems like it's not there, it's simply because love these days is based on Western countries' culture. But Julie, I'm sorry to ask this. Are you married? Oh my goodness. Afande Jimmy, yes, I am married. Good morning, UBC. Why lovers drop out in their families during Valentine? I think you meant why do probably lovers leave their families for other people? Maybe, I don't know. Please send clarity. Thank you for the program. This is Tipasima Johnson from Chegegwa, Chaka. 2. Some people, relationship is going to end because we don't have money for Valentine's.
Can I say something
yes,
about
please.
that? Relationships ending because there's no money, and somebody, I think it was Edson, who said that the love has been
materialized. Yes.
Now, love cannot be materialized. No, it cannot be materialized. I want to first make something so clear. Human beings are fallen by nature.
Right.
We live in a fallen world with human beings that sinned and turned against God, and they're saved by His grace by faith in Jesus. Okay? Now, when a human being fell, love was lost. Selfishness came in. So naturally, human beings cannot love. Even when you give birth to a child, that's the natural instinct that goes towards your child you don't love. That's why many parents can't even handle their children. They hate one another. As I said, but I loved you. No, you never. You were just only going through the animalistic behavior and whatever oxytocin's coming in and joining together, and you called it love. You feel, oh, so sweet, baby. That wasn't love. Love only comes in when you got faith in God. So until everybody can go to God, if you're not in God and walking, experiencing God, you cannot love. So when love is not available because I'm not in God, I begin using what God created to fill up my emptiness. That's when material comes in. Okay?
Using the content as opposed to the source.
Absolutely. So I use the content. When Adam sinned, he turned to the leaves that God created to try to cover his own emptiness. And today we turn to money to try to cover our own emptiness. We demand money because it's Valentine. We want a car. We will buy me a Mercedes, buy me a Range Rover. I can buy you all that stuff and not love you.
Yeah, true.
And not love you. And it's easy to buy the stuff than to give myself to you. So people need to understand love is not materialistic. Lust is.
Materialistic.
Lust is materialistic. And if it's all about material and you're moving around with a girl and it's all about, hey, it's my birthday. Hey, it's my this, it's my this, it's this, it's this. Just stop and tell her, look over here, I need you to grow up. You need to know what love is. You don't use me. I'm not using you. So we're going to know what love is and teach her. That's how it should be. So this whole thing where people believe, oh no, oh, money, money, money. Oh, that is lust. Today, man, you show up, I buy you a Range Rover. I call everybody. I put you there, buy you a Mercedes. Then you think you're loved. No, I'm actually starting to show you I can't give you myself, but I can give you things because I see you as a thing. So I'm getting you connected to the things. So by the time you begin saying, but you have no time for me. Well, who told you I ever had time for you? You're just a thing that I can use.
Wow, that is such a hard truth. Wow, you have sent us the good news about love And in nature, love, and I think how love is supposed to be in nature and in our lives. You are the best. This is Black Q. Wow, the comments are very overwhelming, but I'll read, cover as much as I can. Good morning, Ugandans. I'm Diana Ankunda in Uganda. Thank you so much, Pastor Cyrus, for teaching, guiding, and counseling us about love. I didn't know that love is constant and unconditional. And good morning, UBC. I'm George from Kira, watching you guys. I love the show. It's so educative. And is Valentine talked about in the Bible? No, it's not talked about. Hi, brother and sister of UBC. This is Kalumba Alif Suleiman Salongo from Kiyagi Buyikwe. Thank you for teaching the Ugandans about loving their lives and love. Have a good time. Right. Thank you very much. And this is Olga. Thank you for hosting, Pastor Cyrus. The world needs more men with the same mind as yours. Glory to God. He is using you to spread the good gospel of true love. Looking forward to hosting you to our women's gather someday. Hi, I'm Ruth. Thank you, Pastor. I'm from Bali. Wow, Pastor, I've learned a lot about love, but those we love and care take us for granted. Does that weaken our minds towards love? You can speak into this. I think it's
my behavior or the way I treat you is not determined by how you behave. That's what love is. How you behave doesn't determine how I treat you.
It's like how God loves us anyway.
That's how God loves us. Okay, he gives us what we don't deserve.
Yeah.
Okay, so with love, you do not, because you cheated on me, so I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna kill you. No, I gotta get to understand, how have I played in her life? How has she been moving? It's about, I choose to seek what is best for you at my expense, no matter where you are. Even when you fall, love is constant. It remains. One thing remains. The money can go, everything can go, but one thing remains, and it's called love.
Thank you, Pastor. I have learned the true meaning of love and the origin of Valentine's. I'm Chiwanuka Rogers from Hoima. Which colors demonstrate love? This is Chizito Joseph from Sentema. Should there be a color? Which
colors that demonstrate love? I don't think there should be any colors. However, I would say on my wedding day, I used red as the theme color. And the only reason I used red wasn't because it's Valentine's. I used red as a demonstration to my wife that, look over here, life is in the blood. And I'm laying down my life for you. Whatever it takes, I'm giving myself over. It's me shedding my life for you, because blood is red.
Right.
That's why I used red as a message to her that I'm laying down my life for you. There's no greater love than a man laying down his life for his beloved.
Right. Good morning, UBC. This is Jimmy. I appreciate the program. Is it possible to get a copy of the presentation? Wow. I really liked the truth in Pastor's answers. That love doesn't hurt, lust hurts. Because it's always shadowed in the context of love. Thank you for the topic. God bless. And finally, this is Reverend Captain David Katenya. Thank you for the program. Marriages of the 1980s were long-lasting, but marriage of Valentine dies early. Why?
Well, let me say this. I think that's also another lie. Because we begin to think that love existed years ago and love no longer exists today.
Yes.
That's another lie. Love existed then and it still exists now. It's us who walk away from it. But love still exists. So it's not about marriages and the one that happens on Valentine's. I married on Valentine's Day.
And 22 years later.
22 years later, I'm just starting.
Wow, very profound.
It's fresh.
Very profound.
Am I allowed to send a message to my wife?
Please. Please do. Please do. Please do.
Robbie, wherever you are, I know you're watching me right now. And in the presence of the entire world, I want you to know that I chose to love you then. And the duration of our marriage hasn't been about years. It's been about how I treat you and how you treat me. And I'm so glad you've loved me, and I'm loving you more than you've ever imagined. 22 years down the road, I will always love you, and nothing's going to change my love for you.
Wow. And happy anniversary.
Thank you so much, Julie.
I think I'll close it from here. Good morning, Uganda. That's it for today's show. Thank you for watching, learning with us. We'll do this again on Monday. Have a lovely weekend. Be safe. Valentine's should not take your life away or kill your future. It's all about evaluating your love. How are you loving others? That's all it's about.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped.